Good morning sa lahat. Tara mabilis ang basa ng ating libro guys. The Word in Other Words, Bible Diary 2023. Today is 19 March 2025. Nandito tayo sa page ng 24 February Friday. Lagi ko sinasabi walang page numbering ito kaya doon ako nagbabase sa date. 24 February Friday, Lent that Violet, PS is 4. Pakisabayan ako ng basa sa inyong Bible guys. The word first reading, Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1 to verse 9. Ay, yung mga gustong bumili ng libro na to, dyan lang to sa St. Joseph Church. Dito sa Hong Kong. Dyan sa Central. So, bili na kayo kung may, kung may makita kayong ganito. Okay, ulitin ko. The word first reading, Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1 to verse 9. Okay. Umpisa natin sa itaas guys. 24 February Friday, Lent that Violet, PS is 4. The word first reading, Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1 to verse 9. Ulitin ko para masundan nyo ako sa inyong Biblia. Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1 to verse 9. Cry out full-throated and unsparingly lift up your voice like a trumpet blast. Tell my people their wickedness and the house of Jacob their sins. They seek me day after day and desire to know my ways, like a nation that has done what is just and not abandoned the law of their God. They asked me to declare what is due them, pleased to gain access to God. Why do we fast and you do not see it? Afflict ourselves and you take no note of it? Lo, on your fast day, you carry out your own pursuits and drive all your laborers. Yes, your fast ends in quarreling and fighting, striking with wicked claw. Would that today you might fast so as to make your voice heard on high? On high. Is this the manner of fasting I wish, of keeping a day of penance, that a man bow his head like a reed, and lie in sackcloth and ashes? Do you call this a fast, a day acceptable to the Lord? This rather is the fasting that I wish, releasing those bound unjustly, untying the tongues of the yoke, setting free the oppressed, breaking every yoke, sharing your bread with the hungry, sheltering the oppressed and the homeless, clothing the naked when you see them, and not turning your back on your own. Then your light shall break forth like the dawn, and your wound shall quickly be healed. Your vindication shall go before you, and the glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry for help, and he will say, Here I am. If you remove from your midst oppression, false accusation, and malicious speech. Gospel reading, Matthew chapter 9 verse 14 to verse 15. Then the disciples of John approached him and said, Why do we and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast? Jesus answered them, Can the wedding guests mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will fast. In other words, by Father Jose Rizal Santos, SBD Japan. May kapareho ng namin, Kaya lang yung pangalan tsaka middle name. Pareho ng hero namin, Jose Rizal. By Father Jose Rizal Santos, SBD Japan. We barely started the holy season of Lent, a Friday after Ash Wednesday. Before the first Sunday of Lent, it is the beginning of what we traditionally say in Latin, Quadragesima, the 40-day period leading to the solemn feast of Easter Christ, Day of Resurrection. Lent is a time of fasting, reflection, and soul-searching, but surprisingly, The Gospel of today speaks of Jesus spending time with his disciples in a festive mode, contrary to the need of fasting. It sounds to be a contradictory to our penitential customs and a bit disturbing. That's why the disciples of John were surprised and perhaps even sort of scandalized. Why they were not fasting like them and the Pharisees, and they got what they wanted. Example, a time to renew and revive fellowship with Christ the bridegroom. There we find the need to cherish our bonding with our Lord Jesus Christ, something like an excellent break time to enjoy Christ's loving presence and companionship. Some folks have no time to relax and laugh with friends and co-workers in the true spirit of camaraderie. They become workaholics and at times too self-centered, even individualistic, rather to build up their spirit the corpse. We need to remind ourselves that there is time for every purpose under heaven, a time to fast, a time to feast in peace and joy in the presence of Christ, not to divert our attention from the spirit of Lent, but at certain times Christ gives us chance to taste a bit of the mystery of his eternal kingdom as the ultimate purpose of our life, and where fasting has served its end. This is not a sign of half-heartedness in the spirit of Lent. Rather, it is to strike a balance between the call of duty and the time to revive our cordial relationship with our neighbor and community. In short, fasting is not the end but the means in our journey to His eternal kingdom. Bukas na itong 25 February. Hirap ako magsalita ngayon. 24. Ewan ko ba't hirap ako magsalita. Parang yung lalamunan ko na natutuyo. Bye everyone. God bless us.